In today's video, I will compare between the Schlage and the Kwikset SmartKey Deadbolt lock, and from a locksmith perspective, what is my favorite, and also I will talk about the pros and cons of each one of them, so you will make a better decision before you purchase one, so stay tuned. So the Schlage and the Kwikset SmartKey Deadbolt lock. The difference between the two. And before I'm gonna start, I just want to introduce myself. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kobe and I'm with Silver Eagle Locksmith Las Vegas YouTube channel. If you're interested in home security related stuff and learn how to do it yourself from a professional locksmith, consider subscribing and also take the bell so you don't miss any new video when I release them. Okay, so with this out of the way, the Schlage and the Kwikset Deadbolt locks, those are the two famous name brand here in the US. Now you can buy those locks in any hardware store from the small to the big ones, so it's very easy to find them. But what's the big difference? Basically, the Schlage and the Kwikset, both of them rated A security rating by BHMA. So both of them have a high security rating when it's come to a lock durability and security level. Honestly, as a professional locksmith, there is a little bit of misleading here and there on each one of those locks, and let's talk about that. So when it's come to quality, so both of them have a really good quality when it's come to the actual lock, the bolt, the actual deadbolt itself. So the quality, both of them are pretty much similar. When it's come to security from a locksmith perspective, from my opinion, the Kwikset SmartKey will give you more security when it's come to lock picking and lock bumping. It's not impossible to pick the Kwikset lock, the SmartKey lock, but it is very difficult. There is a way to approach and pick those locks if you're very professional, but honestly, most of the time, it will not gonna be easy to defeat this lock by lock picking and lock bumping. Compared to the Schlage lock that they use the Schlage keyway, we call it SC1 keyway. So it's a very famous key. Everybody knows how this key look like, and also the Kwikset. The thing is with the Schlage, it's not really lock that is pick resistant. So you can pick it, you can also use a bump key to bump this lock, and that's one of the only thing that, compared to the Kwikset SmartKey, that it's not so good. So you can easily, I mean, if you know how to pick locks, of course, it's gonna be much easier to pick the Schlage compared to the Kwikset SmartKey. Kwikset invest in the past couple of years a lot of money and time to basically upgrading the security of the Kwikset SmartKey, the actual cylinder body of it. The first generation was very weak and you can basically force it open using like a vice grip and a blank key. Now it's not gonna work. It's gonna be much harder to pick it or use, you know, some tool to force it open. When it's come to the Schlage, it is much harder to drill. If you're using an actual drill bit, try to defeat the cylinder and, you know, open the lock, compared to the Kwikset SmartKey. So the Kwikset SmartKey boasts, I mean, most of the component in the cylinder itself made from plastic and very small metal wafers. So it's much easier to drill it compared to the actual Schlage cylinder. So that's, when it's come to security of the actual drilling, so the Schlage, it's much better from my opinion than the Kwikset. They also have like very strong metal plate to basically have your drill much harder. So it's gonna be much difficult to drill it and to go through this drill resistant plate when it's come to the cylinder. But yet again, if you're a professional and you deal with those two, most likely you will be able to pick the Schlage and not the actual SmartKey Kwikset. Now, another advantage for the Kwikset SmartKey compared to the Schlage Deadbolt is that the Kwikset SmartKey designed in a way that you can rekey the lock by yourself. So let's say, for example, you move to a new house, you purchase a couple of them, and you want to match it to one key. Now, each one of them, when you buy them in a hardware store, will not come in the same key. So the Kwikset SmartKey, basically with the provided reset tool, you will be able to match all of them to one key, which is going to save you time and also money. Compared to the Schlage, that is not rekeyable lock. So most likely you will call a locksmith to come over, rekey it for you, which is going to cost you a little bit more money. So that's the difference between the two. Now, this was the pros. What's the cons? Basically, the Kwikset SmartKey, when it's come to reset the lock to one key, I have so many customers that calling me, I mean, at least a couple every week, that the process of doing that didn't work so well. So they end up having no key working with the lock that they purchased. So what really their option is to go back to the hardware store, return it, or basically throw the lock away and lose money. So yes, when it's come to rekey those locks and reset them with the actual provided reset tool, it's not always working as described in the manual. Most of the time is the customer mistakes. So that's one of the cons when it's come to the Kwikset SmartKey, and messing up the actual rekeying process is very easy. So the Schlage, there is no problem with that because usually professional will rekey it for you. It's basically changing the combination bitting in the actual cylinder and match it to one key. So when it's come to a lock rekeying, I will always go with the Schlage because there is no place for any mistakes compared to the SmartKey that you can do it by yourself, but there is a lot of problems that can happen along the way. Okay, so from a locksmith perspective, if you ask my opinion which one I will choose, I will go with the Schlage Deadbolt. Why? Because when it's come to a lock durability, quality, and to actual lock that will give you more when it's come to security in general, the actual Schlage Deadbolt is much better and a better value for your money. If you purchase the Kwikset SmartKey, you will also get a good deadbolt, but at the same time, if something go wrong, if you try to actually rekey the lock, reset it to a different key, you can mess up the lock very easily if you're not doing it correctly. So this is one of the bad things about the Kwikset SmartKey, not mentioning that Kwikset actually advertised that this lock is a drill resistant. Now that's not really true when it's come to the actual cylinder itself. So when it's come to this cylinder, you can drill it very easily. This cylinder basically, the components based from wafers that are actually small metal wafers and plastic and some aluminum, sidebars and stuff like that. So basically it's very easy to drill this cylinder. So I don't know what they're advertising when they come to drill resistant. They may be talking about the faceplate where the actual screws, I don't really understand why they advertise that it's drill resistant. Don't fall for that. The actual Schlage, it is more drill resistant. They have drill resistant plate on the cylinder and also on the side, so you won't be able easily to drill those two. So basically Schlage don't misleading customers, same as Kwikset. And as a professional locksmith, I'm talking from experience here. I'm not just saying things that I don't know. I deal with these locks every single day. So the Schlage is much more drill resistant from the Kwikset, but is less pick resistant from the actual Kwikset SmartKey. So it's going to be harder to pick the Kwikset SmartKey compared to the Schlage, and that's the only disadvantage of the Schlage. But like I said again, when it's come to value of your money, I will choose the Schlage because it's not very common that people, and especially burglars out there, picking locks. because picking locks require from you to have a lot of experience, and you need to do it every single day with different locks. So basically, when it's come to lock picking, most professional will be able to open it, but when it's come to crooks and burglars out there, I don't think that's gonna be any issue. So that's why I will recommend to go with the Schlage, and that's my recommendation. When it's come to the installation, both of them are very easy to install. Basically, all you really need is just a screwdriver, so it's very simple installation. Let me show you really quick from a close-up how to install both locks so you won't have any questions. Let's move on. Okay, so let's start with the Schlage Deadbolt. So, taking it out of the box. It does also come with 2 keys, so you'll have 2 keys here. And let's see what we got here. So taking it out of the box, you have the actual deadbolt and the 2 lock, the thumb turn and the cylinder side. Alright, so let's move on. Now my installation is 2 3/8. 2 3/4 will start basically about here. So it's gonna be a little bit further. It's more common on commercial, but yeah, basically it works and fit bolts. So let's see what we got here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna twist it to the open position, just like this. So it does have this small plastic clip that help you to basically hold in it, which is really helping. And then, guys, we're almost done here. It's so fast. Installation takes a couple of minutes. The only other part that will probably gonna take you longer, it's probably installing the actual strike plate. So the actual plate, you can see it right here. So that plate is the strike, and that's part of the installation and the security that need to be installed to the actual door frame. I always install it as part of the installation. It does take way longer to do that, but it's highly recommended. Installing the 2 side screws for the deadbolt and 2 screws that holding the actual lock from the thumb turn side. Okay. And guys, as you see, I just use a screwdriver. This whole process is very simple and pretty much done. So let's put it on the side here. That's pretty much it. Let's try the key here. That's all good, guys. We are done with the Schlage. Okay guys, so for the sake of the video, I want to try a lock picking method on this Schlage deadbolt, just because I mentioned that lock picking for this lock is not impossible, and that's something that we do as a professional locksmith. Okay, so I'm gonna use my ReKey picking tool and try to open this lock. As you can see, it's fully locked, and let's start. Let's see how long it takes me. Now, I'm not going to show you or explain you how I'm doing this method, guys, because I'm not a big supportive of these things, and I don't like to basically teach people how to pick locks. So that's why I'm not going to show you how to do it. But regardless, let's see how long it takes me to pick it. Okay. So we got this good, got that good. Number 3. Oh, that's it. Alright, so basically using my picking tool, as you can see, I just picked it. It didn't take so long. Now, as you can see, I locked it back, and using my pick tools, I was able to open it. This is maybe a better angle. So now I locked it. You can see I picked it. Okay, so that's the only disadvantage of the Schlage. As a professional locksmith, I'm pretty sure that they can improve this and basically reinforce the cylinder in different ways to make it more prick resistant with the exact same keyway. But that's a different story. Now let's move on to the Kwikset. Let's show you how to install it. Okay, so moving to the Kwikset SmartKey Deadbolt installation. Okay, so moving it from the actual box. Okay, so there is more pieces here than the Schlage, obviously. Okay. Does come also with 2 keys and some other stuff. So it's come with some instructions, strike plates, screws. Alright. Side screws and the deadbolt. Now the deadbolt is adjustable just like the Schlage. So my installation is 2 3/8. Very simple. Just using a screwdriver. We're almost done with the installation, so. Okay, so there is this small plate. It goes on top of the thumb turn, just like this. So we're gonna put that. Always like to twist it 90 degrees, just like that, when the actual deadbolt is extend, because it's make the installation for the thumb turn easier. So almost done. Voila. That's it. So it's all done. As you can see, 2 keys, lock and unlock. Now, with the Kwikset SmartKey, I'm not gonna even try to pick it because I'm gonna make fun of myself. Like I said, it is a pick and bump resistant, so it's not gonna be easy to do that. There is a method out there that you can approach and basically pick this lock, but I'm not gonna do it in this video because it's not easy, it's not simple, and I don't want to waste time right now on the video trying to do that. I was able to do it a couple times before, but it does take a lot of patience and time. So it's much easier just to drill the cylinder and open this lock that way. And when I'm meaning drilling the cylinder, is basically just the actual cylinder itself, not the side screws or any other point of entry with this lock. So that's pretty much it, guys. Now, when it's come to rekey this lock, so what you need to do it the right way, this is the provided reset tool. I hope you can see it good here. So that's the reset, the small reset tool that usually provided with the SmartKey locks. So when you want to rekey it the right way, you have to insert the current key, twist it just like this. So your actual lock is going to be on number 3, clock number 3. And then you're going to insert the tool just like this and pressing. When you keep pressing, maybe on the side you can see it better. So when you keep pressing it, what you will have to do is to remove the key, the current key, and keep holding, keep pressing. And then at the same time, you keep holding it, you're gonna put the key, the new key that you wanna match it to, and put it all the way. So push the new key that you want all the way, and then release the actual reset tool. If you're doing anything in this process, otherwise it will mess up your cylinder. And that's what happened to many of my customers and a lot of viewers and subscribers on YouTube. Also have a video here on YouTube to show you how to reset the lock to the actual setting. So basically I have a YouTube video to show you how to reset the SmartKey lock if you messed up something along the way, or if you don't have the current key. So I do have a video for that as well that it can help you a lot. So that's it when it's come to the Kwikset SmartKey lock. Okay, so now you know how to install the Schlage and the Kwikset SmartKey Deadbolt lock. If you have any questions, if there is something I didn't mention in this video, just write a comment down below in the description, and I promise that I will answer your questions as soon as I can. Don't forget, just write a comment down below. And don't forget guys, thumbs up, like my video, that's really helping to YouTube algorithm. And also if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and don't forget to take the bell so you won't miss anything. And also share links of my previous video that I made, so don't forget to check this out as well. And I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much.